All right, we're rolling. Alex, thanks for joining us, buddy. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on the draft, man. That's awesome. 10th overall, first Nova Scotian, correct, in this year's draft?
Yes.
How pumped were you?
Oh, it's an incredible experience.
Was it?
For sure.
Where was the draft this year?
It was in Shawinigan.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it was amazing to be able to go up there and be picked 10th overall by Cape Breton. That's a great organization. I look forward to being a part of it.
That's wicked. Who went up? Did your family go up?
Yeah,
everyone went up?
A lot of my family went up. My grandparents, my whole family, including my sister and my parents.
Okay.
My grandparents went up, and also my aunt and uncle.
That's awesome. So how packed was the rink? How many kids go? I've never been to a Q draft. I know I've heard of the junior A draft, but I don't think I've ever talked about the Q draft. How was that? Packed or what?
Oh, it was packed. It was a phenomenal atmosphere. It was in Shawinigan, so there was one area of the rink where all the Shawinigan fans would sit down.
Okay.
And when Shawinigan went up to pick, they had the third overall pick.
Yeah.
And they made their pick. All the fans jumped up screaming, cheering on.
Yeah.
But it was packed. It was a lot of players there throughout all the rounds, and it was an incredible atmosphere just to make draft day so much more special.
That's awesome. So how many days up did you go before early? Were you in Shawinigan a couple days before the draft? Did you get there day of?
The draft took place on Saturday.
Okay.
So I got up there on Thursday.
Oh, so
a few days before. Okay. So that was good.
What'd you do around there up in Shawinigan? Never been.
Well, I walked around the community a bit. It's a really nice area.
Okay, cool.
I had a few meetings with different teams because some teams want to have interviews with you beforehand.
Really?
Just to get you to know you better. So before the draft, I had a few interviews with teams. So that was good.
What are some the questions they ask you in the draft? Are they hypotheticals, or are they what would you do in this situation? So yeah, hypothetical. What are they asking?
It's just more to get to know you. They want to know who you are off the ice.
Personal questions.
Yes, and how determined you are. So that was I did pretty well on that, I think, and cool. I think most of the teams were happy with how determined and focused I was.
So did you have a meeting with Cape Breton before the draft?
No, I didn't. Actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading the article. I think Willie Paloff wrote the article in the Chronicle Herald, and when you went 10th overall, were you expected to go 10th overall, or when they called your name, were you holy shit, I'm just being drafted right now? What was the reaction? Well,
draft day is unpredictable. When I heard my name called, it was a big relief, and I was so excited. That was a big moment for me and my family.
Yeah.
You're never expecting when to go. Again, draft day is unpredictable. Each team has their own list.
Yeah.
And all it takes is someone else to get picked where they're not expected to go, and that could mess up the whole list. You never know.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely happy to be with Cape Breton.
Well, that's a couple things. One, how far is Cape Breton that drive? 3 hours. So you're pumped, but also your parents are pumped because they can drive. Two, you get to play in Halifax I don't know how many, 5-6 times a year. I think it's a good amount of games. Just the fact that you're close to home. I know your parents are pumped. That's a great feeling.
Yes, it is. Being close to home and staying in Nova Scotia where it's English, it's nice, I have to say. And we do get to play the Mooseheads a lot, which is pretty cool. It's a big rink. It's where I'm from, so it's going to be amazing to be able to play them. I was actually looking at the schedule, and October 27th is their home opener against us.
There you go.
So I can't wait to play that. All my friends, they said they're coming, and I can't wait. It's going to be a big moment.
I remember my first game I played in the Metro Center. The night before, I didn't sleep. I was so jacked up. It was, the Battle in Nova Scotia game.
Yes.
Where they wore those jerseys. It was that. The rink was packed. Oh yeah, you'll have a great time. I can't even explain it. Yeah, I can, but I don't want to. But I'll let you experience it for yourself for the first time. But it's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, so we kind of jumped ahead here. I wanted to talk about the Max first of all, but whatever. Everyone wants to hear about you in the Q draft, so we covered that, but we'll get back to it. So let's talk about the Halifax McDonald's organization. I played in that organization. Fantastic organization. You're 16, correct? So
15. I turned 16 in July.
Jesus. So this was your first year and first then with the Max first year.
Yes, last year was my rookie season with them.
So Timmy Boyce, a coach there. How did you like him? How did he develop you? How did the transition go? Was it smooth, a little bumpy at the beginning, or did you find your play was comfortable at the major midget level right away?
I found it was pretty comfortable right away. It was a great group of guys in the dressing room who made the jump very easy for you.
Nice.
The coaches were the best you could get. They helped me develop my defensive game, just all round hockey skills.
Yeah.
And they really wanted to develop every player, so we're a good team. So that was big. That was a big role on our success this year, and the organization itself, it's amazing.
Do they still have the fridge in the dressing room?
Yes.
What do they put in the fridge?
It's actually pretty empty, to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah, well, you'll get Cliff and Shiloh Blair. They're a big part of the organization. They've been in there for years. They do a lot of great things for the Max. Yeah. When it's a player's birthday, they'll put the cake in the fridge. So after a game or after a practice, when we we can celebrate their birthday. But that'd be the only thing that'd be in the fridge.
Man, back when I was there, we had a Gatorade sponsor. So we had Gatorade, also chocolate milk, water. That thing was full, but we had to pay like a fee at the top, and most guys didn't pay, so it got taken away from us.
Okay.
It was like a pay-as-you-go system, but we messed it up. But that's cool. Where'd you sit in the dressing room?
I sat next to our captain, Matt Orman. I sat right next to him. I was closer towards the entrance door.
What door? The back door or the front door?
The front door of the Civic.
So I know. Okay, so when you walk in, right to the left.
Right to the left was the captain's spot, which is Matt Orman, and that was the next one over.
That's where I sat.
Seriously,
I'm dead serious. That's where I sat.
Did you sign your name on the?
Yes, 16, Justin Belanger. Did you sign your name?
Yep.
That's
yes,
funny.
I did.
Small world. Next time you go back, open it up. I haven't even looked at that thing in like 10 years. There must be a bunch of signatures now.
There is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Each stall has their own like players. When you open up, you can see you'll see big names like Shane Bowers, and it's pretty cool. I have to say.
Shane's coming on here like I think in August. He said I don't know where he's somewhere, but he's coming back in August. He said he's going to jump on. But that's another thing about the Halifax Max organization. So many players have gone through there. So many. Like if you actually go through each stall and like open up the lids where you sit down and see some of the autographs, it's incredible. So many. Do you know any guys that are on the Eagles?
They've welcomed me very well. Like I remember as soon as I was drafted, I checked my phone and I had players like Igor Sokolov, Noah Lowen, Ryan Francis, Sean Miller all message me welcoming me to the team. Even big names like Kevin Mandalese, the goalie in net, was welcoming me.
Oh yeah.
So that that makes the jump a lot more comfortable, knowing that the teammates are on your side. I was actually working out with Sean Miller today.
Were you?
And I had a good talk with him, and he said all of the teammates and all the players were really close, and I look forward to be a part of that.
That's always a good feeling, knowing like you're going to camp, like you just have people that you can just talk to right away.
Yeah.
Just be comfortable there. When does camp start?
August 15th.
August 15th. I'm trying to think what it is now. So you got a little bit.
Yeah, I have a lot of time, to train, get a lot stronger, so I'll be ready to make that jump.
What do you want to let's talk on the ice. Like, who are you skating with? What do you want to get better at like this summer, like on the ice?
Well, I want to work on my skating technique, the technique specifically. I believe I can get from point A to point B. Like I'm a fast skater, but it's just the technique that's going to bring my skating to the next level and to the major junior level.
Cool.
So I'll be working with Jill Plandowski, a phenomenal power skating coach. I'll be working with her 3-4 times a week. So and I'm doing an off-ice mobility program that I've been following, so that then my ankle, knees, and hip mobility will be up to par. So I'll be able to get that low center of gravity.
Attaboy. You ever have that? What do they have that? It's like an umbrella. They like tie it to you, and then you get going, and it holds you back. It's like resistance.
The
parachute. Sorry. Yeah. Do you ever use the parachute?
I have. I've used that on the ice, off the ice. It's pretty cool.
I'd love to use the parachute.
Yeah.
You ever do any sprints up like Citadel Hill or anything like that?
Yep. I do that a little bit with my off-season training. I did it a lot last year, and with the Max actually for training camp with the Max. Yeah. That's what we did as well.
Who's training in the Max right now? Do they have a trainer?
We have a physiotherapist. At a Move Physiotherapy, Mitch. Mitch Squarey. He does a great job. He's a top of the line physiotherapist.
Do you guys still have the gym there in the Civic? There used to be a gym like right to the right.
There is a gym upstairs. We don't use it though. Yeah.
There used to be a gym. I think maybe Smew or Dal took it over. I don't know. I haven't been in there in a minute. Where do you guys play at? Do you guys still play at the Civic, or do you play at the Forum, or is it back and forth?
It's back and forth. It's pretty much even.
Where would you rather play?
I like the Civic.
Why?
It's more of a burn. It's it's tighter. It gets more packed when it's like major games. That it fills that rink.
Oh yeah.
The music is louder. The hits off the glass, the shots, all of it's just a louder, more compact area, and it's a lot more fun to play in.
It's more of a. You get more of a feel for like the crowd, like just because it's not that many seats, but you'd rather that anyways, because when you're in the Forum, there's so many people, it can't fill it up. So I wonder if you guys will have preseason games at the Forum this year against Cape Breton, because Cape Breton and Halifax, you guys always play each other.
Yes, our preseason games are at the Dartmouth 4 pad.
Oh.
So we play the Mooseheads the August 19th and the 21st.
At the 4-pad, there's like there's no stands there.
They have
Is there?
The Mooseheads have a facility now in the 4-pad.
Yeah, I know. I was there the other day, but I didn't know they had stands and stuff.
Yeah, well, you know Pad D in the BMO Center?
Is Pad D to the right or to the left?
To the right.
Okay, yeah. I know
That's where the Ice Jam final was held.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same modeled as the Dartmouth 4-pad, so there is a bit of seating in there. So
okay, sounds good.
That'll be packed as well.
I remember pre-game games in the major midget or the major junior level were like, at least to me, it was like, oh, okay, I'm here in the major junior level when a reporter came and they're like, hey, Justin, can we get a quick quote from you? And I was like, oh, okay, wait a second, this is kind of a big deal. So if that happens to you, be prepared.
Yeah,
you gotta have the questions the answers ready. I messed up. I threw someone under the bus. And he was just like, you might want to re-say that, so make sure that you're prepared for it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to think of some ideas.
That's awesome, actually, by the way, that Major Midget now, you guys are covered by Eastlink, aren't you? Like your games and stuff?
Yep, Eastlink does a great job covering it. We got Eastlink at our house, and it's just like the NHL. It's so professionally done. You know, they have the, I can't think of the commentary.
Oh yeah,
all that. So it's.
You ever do any post-game interviews or pre-game interviews or mid-game interviews?
They do all of that. They have all the interviews pre-game, post-game, and stuff like that. All my interviews though this season were actually pre-game and during the warm-up.
Oh, wait, whoa! So like, you're warming up and they'll call you over and say, can we get
yes, so so we're doing their warm up, and you'll see one of the commentary people come out on the interview people come out on the ice, and they'll say, hey, come on over, we want an interview. So that's pretty cool.
Do you take your mask off or do you keep your helmet on?
Keep your helmet on for the
interview.
Before the game. In between each intermission. During the intermissions, you'll take it off, and after the game, you'll take it off.
That's cool. Do they give you the towel? Like, you know how, they do after the game?
Yeah.
You ever keep the towel?
Yes.
They they let you keep it?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool. Okay, so I want to know, we talked about on the ice, what you want to get better at. What about like off the ice? Who are you training with? Are you training with some like major junior guys right now?
Yes, I'm working out of Pro Edge with Pat Busby.
Oh, you're at Pro Edge too. So you're with Luke Green and
I was
all those
at
boys.
My workout today. There was a lot of great hockey players. There was the Green brothers, Sean Miller. Alex Grant was there. Festerlin. There's a lot of Bailey Peaches working out there, Evan McKinnon, the Fitzpatrick brothers. And there's a lot of great players.
The whole gang's there.
Yeah.
I was talking to Luke. Luke was on the podcast like a month ago, and he had nothing but good things to say about that place.
Pro Edge it's a great spot. It's a great facility.
I was looking at their Instagram page the other day, and someone had to run in the beach. Run it. What happened there?
That was me and Nick Yule.
Oh, that was you?
Yep.
What happened?
We arrived late to training, and that was our consequence. Was we had to jump in the water.
What beach was it at?
Rainbow Haven.
Attaboy. Was it cold?
We did it after the workout, so it was nice and refreshing. Beach workouts are really tough, a lot of cardio. So as cold as it was refreshing.
Attaboy. You said Alex Grant, is he training there?
Yes.
Like he's a trainer?
No, he's working out there.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different Alex Grant. Sorry, he was my age. There's an older guy. I'm thinking of a different guy. My fault.
Yeah, Alex Grant. He played in the AHL this year for the I think it's called Iowa Wild.
Okay, I'm thinking of the same guy then. Okay, that's Jesus. There's a hell of a group you guys got over there.
Yeah, it's all the best.
Where is it? Where's it located at this place?
It's down in Bedford.
Okay.
So I'm not the best with the locations, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to really give you a good spot.
It's all good.
I know it's in Bedford.
You're a Hammonds Plains guy, right?
Yes.
So where do you play TASA growing up?
No, I played for the Bedford Blues.
Bedford Blues.
Yeah, I moved here my second year Pee Wee, and when I moved here, I played second year Pee Wee with the Blues.
Nice. Did you ever play at the Lions rink, or did you play all your games at the 4-pad?
The 4-pad.
The 4-pad.
Yes.
See, my Bedford experience was all Lions. Lions rink. That rink's still there, isn't it?
I'm not even familiar what rink the Lions rink is.
It's like the Lions Head rink, I think it's called, on the top of the Bedford Highway. It's
no, I don't think I'm familiar with it.
Jesus, I hope I'm saying it correctly. The Lions Head. I'll get back to you. I'll do some research and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
The fact that I haven't even looked at my book yet is a good thing. Okay, so going into... Actually, you know what? Let's bump to NHL a little bit. Who do you like in the NHL? What player do you want to mold your game after?
Sidney Crosby's my favorite hockey player. You know, he's the best in the world for a reason.
Yeah.
I model my game more after Austin Matthews type of player, though.
Ooh.
Yes, they're both really hard-working players, and they want to be the best.
Yeah.
I find I play a lot more like Austin Matthews because of his quick release and he works really hard in the defensive zone to be able to create chances in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
And going back to the release point, in my opinion, he has the fastest release in the NHL. And I'm not talking like one-timers like Ovechkin.
Yeah.
I mean, going down the wall, cutting to the middle, and just freezing the defenseman and freezing the goalie.
Agreed.
So I that's one of my bigger skills, and I find I try to model my game after him. So I'll watch a lot of highlight videos of him trying to take a page out of his book.
Man, the game of just the NHL in general, I think has changed in the past like 3 years. It's actually just as soon as Austin Matthews came to the league, so 2 years ago, I'd say. Right after, remember that World Championship, like when the Young Guns team versus Europe, North America. As soon as that tournament was over, I thought the NHL style of game was just totally different. Like
faster.
So much faster. And like you said, with the release point of Matthews, I remember a certain goal. It was overtime against Chicago, 2-on-1, and he just ripped it through the defenseman's leg, top shelf. I was just amazed. It was like hockey has never been like this ever at any point, especially even when I played. It's just so much quicker. Even when you think about a little guy playing in the NHL, you're like, it's possible right now because, it's not a big man's game right now. It's a kid's game, and if you're quick, have a shot, you got a shot. You got a chance to make it, so...
Yeah, and the technology these days are just so advanced. Like, they'll be able to break down your game, tell you what you need to work on, and it's just the small things like that helps a hockey player leaps and bounds.
Really? Do you have, any examples of, technology-wise? It's new to me.
Well, I found this super cool. So after the draft, they brought you down to the lower part of the rink, and there was a whole bunch of... each brand name. So we went down, it was Bauer, CCM, True, Warrior, and they had you trying out all their gear. Ooh. And I was amazed.
Yeah.
But one thing I was amazed with was the True hockey. So instead of trying on skates, so when I went to Bauer's, I tried on skates, CCM tried on skates and stuff like that. The True hockey, they put us in a lunge.
Yeah.
And they took pictures, and they took pictures of your feet so that the skate would perfectly mold around your foot.
What do they take pictures with? Like a cam? Like
a camera.
Like just like a digital camera, or did you have to put your foot?
It was like an iPad, so we had to put our foot on a pad.
Yeah.
And it just models around your foot, and I was amazed with it. I was like, I've never seen anything like this before.
Wow.
So just small things like that can make a big difference.
When it comes to as the Q, you get your own skates. What skates are you gonna roll with?
Right now, I use the Bauer 1S. I love Bauer.
Yeah.
The skates.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I tried on the Bauer 2S skates. They're not even released yet, so that was pretty cool. I seen them. I was like, whoa.
You're gonna get those.
I want to get those.
Little rule of thumb here: there's gonna be a graft guy there, and apparently no one goes and talks to him. So a lot of people feel bad for the graft guy because not a lot of people wear graft skates. I don't even know if they make them anymore. Anyways, go talk to him, make him feel comfortable, because apparently everyone feels bad for the guy, so just go talk to him and make him feel comfortable, then you can wear your Bauer skates.
Okay.
It's a good look going into camp, right? You want to be a likable guy, so make sure the graph guy likes you.
I will for sure.
What about sticks? Bauer guy?
I do like Bauer sticks, but the CCM, the Screaming Eagles are sponsored by CCM.
Okay.
So I actually went over to Pro Hockey Life yesterday, and I wanted to try out CCM sticks. So I grabbed the Trigger 2, I grabbed the Super Tax 2.0, and different sticks like that.
Which one do I have there? Right there.
That is the CCM Tax.
Oh, that's old. That's an old one then.
Yeah, that's an older model of the Tax.
Oh, okay.
But I really liked the Trigger 2. So I found that was a lot like the Bauer 1S.
Yeah.
And I like the kick point on the Trigger 2 and just the small things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to be able to use the Trigger 2.
When it comes to the quick release, when I think of Austin Matthews, it's I wish I knew what flex he used in his stick, because don't get me wrong, you got to be strong to get a release off like that, but it's he has unlimited sticks. You're going to have unlimited sticks too. So you can risk having a little bit of a flexier stick to get that quick release, because if you break it, you got another one coming. What kind of flex do you use?
I use 77 flex, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
I did break a lot of them off last year. I actually broke off 17 sticks last season.
17 sticks.
Yeah, but it was. I'm a shooting type of hockey player. You know, I'll take 9-10 shots every game.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a higher risk of breaking them off, but it's what I'm comfortable with, and that's what I believe I'll score most goals with, because I find that's the perfect whippiness for how my strength and how hard I want to shoot the puck.
You mentioned Crosby a minute ago, saying that you love Crosby. I'm a Crosby guy. I've loved him ever since he played with Rimouski, even actually back when he played for the Subways. Tell me what you like about him, because I know you said what you liked about Austin Matthews, but I think Matthews and Crosby are two different players. Tell me what you admire about Sid.
Sidney Crosby is the best leader on and off the ice.
Great answer.
He puts in the most amount of work. He's the best in the world for a reason. He's works so hard. His edges are the best, and his heart. It's his heart that's what makes him the best. You know, I actually heard something. I read something, I think, and it said if Sidney Crosby misses more than 2 shots on net after the game, he'll go out on the ice and he'll shoot another 100 pucks for every shot he misses in a game.
I love it.
So it's just the little things like that the will to win, the will to be the best in the world, to be like all that, it adds up to be Sidney Crosby.
Man, who knows? Maybe you'll be able to skate with him this summer, or like next summer at least, because he skates with like junior guys sometimes. I think he's very like selective, because I heard that him and Nate run the skates.
He is very selective. I've heard the exact same thing.
But he's the one that picks.
Yes. It'd be a dream of mine to be able to go out with him and those NHL players.
Cool.
That's something when I moved up here, I went up to the BMO Center and I watched them, and I looked at my dad and I said, I want to be on this ice someday. So every single year I know I go up and I watch him practice and how much effort and work he puts in, and I want to be doing the exact same thing.
We had a guy on here the other day, Conrad. He used to play for the Mooseheads, and he was talking about his first year with the Mooseheads. He got invited to one of these skates, and how like secretive it was. So essentially he woke up at like, I think he said he woke up early, he got a text, he was like, do you want to skate this afternoon with Sid? And obviously he's gonna say yes. So a text came after that. It was like, okay, just be by your phone, we'll let you know what rink, what time, what door, what dressing room, and you have to make it in this 20-minute slot, because they lock all the other dressing rooms and they open up this one room. That's where all the boys go and get dressed. So it's like very secretive, very like keep it bottom line, last second. But hey, you could get that text one day.
That's the dream. And they are very secretive of it. I remember BMO centers where they like most of their practices take place.
Is it?
So I remember every morning at 9 a.m. during the summer, not every morning but most mornings, I'd just go up, see if they're on the ice, and if they are, I'd stay and watch. If not, I'd drive back home. But it's that, again, it'd be a dream of mine to be able to get on the ice with him.
It's funny when you talk to like hockey players compared to hockey fans. I find more hockey players would rather watch a practice rather than a game of pro hockey players, because that's where the actual skill comes out. That's where you actually see what they're working on. That's where you actually see what makes them a great player on the ice. And all hockey players want to learn, so they'd rather watch a practice than go to the game's cool too, don't get me wrong, but seeing imagine seeing Crosby in practice working on his little skills like that's to me that's incredible.
It is, yeah. Watching a practice, you can analyze it a lot more.
Yes.
Like you can watch what they're doing, the little deceptive things they can do.
Yeah.
And it's a better way to learn.
Are you a superstitious guy? Do you like pre-game routines and things like that?
Not really.
No?
My only really one would be when I tape my stick, I had to have 5 strips on the front and 6 on the back.
Whoa.
Like
slow
Jamie
down.
Benn type of deal.
Wait a second, slow down. So so compared to front and back, you don't stop halfway, like it's one full. Okay, sorry, I thought you meant like you stopped in the middle and just did 6 on the front, 5 on the back.
No, so
okay.
like, you know how you normally tape your stick?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do 5, like there'd be 5 strips on the front and then there'd be 6 on the back.
What kind of tape do you use, thick or skinny?
Black, and I use black tape, and it'd be I just normal.
Yeah, the normal stuff.
Yeah.
What about knob? White tape, black tape?
White tape.
What kind of knob?
I don't really do anything special, anything fancy. I just wrap it around.
You don't do the twirls, like how people
twirl it? No, I used to, but I actually stopped that 2 years ago.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Sounds superstitious. Maybe. I know. Actually, I do know. I actually used my buddy's stick. I broke my stick off in a game, and he had that. And when I tried it out, I was like, "Whoa, this is a really comfortable feel to it." Yeah.
So I decided to give it a try, and ever since then, I was stuck.
Do you like grippy sticks, or do you like non-grippy sticks?
I like grip.
Do you put the what's it called, the tape Like, you know how people like get the tape, they tape it on backwards and then they go up and down. Do you do that?
We had a thing like that in the Max dressing room.
Oh yeah?
Yep. But no, I just get them pre-gripped. Like when I buy them, they'll already be gripped.
Cool. Speaking about Max, where's your favorite place to play in that league other than the Civic? Like, do you like those road trips up to Cape Breton, playing in one of those rinks?
The Cape Breton Islanders, their home rink. I forget what it's called, but their rink is my favorite.
Oh, that's out. That's like out there.
Yeah,
and it's named by.
It's a lot like a barn.
Al McGinnis. Al McGinnis.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes. It's the Al McGinnis rink.
Yeah.
I love that rink because the ice is so fast. It's so cold in the rink that when you're gliding, it's a fast ice and everything is just moving faster.
Nice. Well, right before that, you play at Center 200. That's usually how it works. You go Center 200, Al McGinnis. So how did you like playing at Center 200? Because you're going to be there a bit more.
I've actually, we didn't play at the Center 200.
What?
We played in the Scotiabank Center instead.
Really?
Yes.
So why didn't you play out there this year? Because isn't that where the Islanders, or not the Islanders, there's two Cape Breton teams, isn't there?
Yes, the Tradesmen.
The Tradesmen. Isn't that where the Tradesmen play?
Nope, not at the Center 200.
Oh, where do they play now?
I think it's called the Member 2 or something along those lines.
Okay.
And it's another really nice rink.
Yeah.
I know it's only a few minutes from the Center 200.
That's where we used to play, Center 200. Have you ever played on that rink, Center 200?
No. I've actually never even been in it.
Never been in it?
Nope. I'm going to be in it Thursday though, because I'm actually going back to Newfoundland for a few days.
Okay.
And we're driving across we're driving across Nova Scotia and we're taking the ferry.
Okay.
So when I'm going through, before I take the ferry, when we're in Sydney, I'm meeting up with a few of the Cape Breton staff. Yeah. And they're going to show me around, which is pretty cool.
Nice. So you're going to bring your skates, get on the ice, or you're just going to walk around the rink?
Just going to walk around.
I know the ex-captain, Stephen Woodworth? He used to be the captain of Cape Breton.
I'm not familiar with him.
3 years ago, he was a billet. When he played Junior A with me, he stayed here, and he was the captain for Cape Breton for like 4 years. Anyways, he had nothing but great things to say about the organization. Great staff. They treat you like you're a pro. And yeah, just like off the ice, things like that. Just anything you need, they take care of. Like, you'll notice such a huge difference from like the major midget level to the major junior level when it comes to like just people taking care of you. It's awesome. Yeah, I've heard all great things. I've talked to many players. Have you? And it's all the best. Man, I don't even know. I didn't follow major junior at all last year, but if you guys have a good team this year and like Mem Cup, who knows? Maybe. I hope so. It's right here in your backyard. That'd be incredible. First year. So you'll be 16 by the time the year starts, right? When's your birthday? July. I'm July 4th. Okay, yeah. You can't even drive yet. Nope, not yet. Oh my god! I can't wait. When do you have your beginners yet? Nope, I get it. Like when you turn 16. Oh, I thought you were allowed to have your beginners when you're 15. Maybe not. I don't know. No. What high school do you go to? I go to Charles P. Allen. Oh yeah, it's Charles P. Allen. CPA. I went to the West. Who Matt Welsh, the goalie for PEI? Yes. He went to the West, sorry. He didn't go to CPA. Yeah, okay, yeah, he went to the West. We talked about that the other day. So let's talk about NHL playoffs. They just passed. Washington versus Vegas. Did you like that series? What did you not like about the series? Give me your take on it. That was phenomenal. That was so cool. An expansion team, like a new team into the league. Yeah. Making it that far. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, no one expected it. And no one expected them to get this far, and for them to overcome adversity and be able to do what they did it's amazing. Washington, they played amazing as well. Ovechkin did everything he could. Holtby, all those big impact players did a lot, and Washington, in my opinion, did deserve it. Yeah, that's well said. I honestly did want Vegas to win, but at the same time, I was like, you know what, Ovechkin does deserve one. Crosby's been beating him his whole career, and I kind of felt bad. He needed one. Yeah. And Fleury already has enough cups. But if they're able to keep that team in Vegas next year, they could win again. They could win next year, not again, but they could win. Yeah. They could give it another good run for sure. I'm talking about Fleury. He used to play for Cape Breton as well. He came in and brought immediate success to Vegas. Just a great place for him to go. It is. Yeah, it's good for him. He was a starting goaltender there, and he played very, very well. You ever been to any NHL games? I went to Pittsburgh versus Dallas. Oh, in Pittsburgh or in Dallas? In Dallas. Oh, what's it like there in Dallas? It's a really nice spot. Really, really warm outside. I went during February.
and that was really warm then, so that was a great experience. That game went to shootout.
How did Sid play?
I was pretty upset. Sidney Crosby wasn't playing. I think he had a jaw injury at that time. It was a few years back, and he wasn't playing due to that.
You must have been so pissed. Travel all the way to Dallas and he can't even play. Oh, man.
Yeah, but it was a great time in Dallas as well, and that game was so cool. Mike Ribeiro was playing for Dallas, and I got to watch him and all Pascal Dupuis, all those good hockey players. So
Pascal Dupuis, cool. I forgot about that guy. I love that guy. Him and Sid together, like back when they played, him, Sid, and Kunitz, those were the good old Pittsburgh days.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I might have cut you off. Did you say you've seen another one, or was it just that?
Recently, I seen Minnesota versus Dallas as well, which is kind of funny.
Back in Dallas?
In Minnesota.
Gee, what are you doing? You're traveling everywhere.
I travel a lot for hockey.
There you go. Oh, you went for hockey. It wasn't like just for vacation.
No, when I went to Dallas, it was for vacation because I have relatives up there.
Okay.
But when I went to Minnesota, it was for hockey.
For the Max?
No.
For what?
It would have been 2 years ago, and that was to go a tryout for Shattuck St. Mary's.
Oh, okay. You tried out for Shattuck's. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I made the team. Attaboy. It was unfortunate. Our family couldn't afford it.
Okay.
But it was a great experience to be able to go up and see the competition in Minnesota area.
Awesome. Do they have a bunch of plaques of Crosby everywhere? Probably.
Yeah, Crosby, Taves, all those players.
The alumni that comes through that place is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure Nate played there too.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure he did. What's Minnesota like? I've never been. I heard it's like similar to Canada when it comes to the hockey culture. It's just hockey.
It is, yeah. That's a big hockey area for sure. And they got the really nice Mall of America. It's the biggest mall in all of the U.S.
Is it?
So I walked in there and I was amazed. Apparently, I believe each floor consists of like 5 kilometers long. So when I was walking through there, they had roller coaster parks, Lego parks. I was every store you can name. It was amazing.
Wow. Mall of America. I can only imagine what it's like in there.
My favorite part of that whole mall though,
what,
was the Bubblegum Shrimp Co. They had like a little Forrest Gump area.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Have you ever been to California before?
No.
If you walk on the Santa Monica Pier, they have the same restaurant, Bubblegum Shrimp.
Yeah.
But it's like a restaurant, and they have just like a bunch of memorabilia around the shop. It's a cool spot. Minnesota though, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a Minnesota connection in the movie. If he was from Minnesota. One of my favorite movies.
Me too. I agree with you. It's definitely one of my favorite movies as well.
Are you a movie guy?
I watch a lot. I watch a bit of movies here and there. I wouldn't say a lot.
Give me your top 3 favorite movies. I know it's a tough question.
Top 3. Forrest Gump.
Whoa. Forrest Gump is number 1?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I loved going to there.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Forrest Gump would be number 1. Number 2 would be Chasing Mavericks.
Never seen it.
It's more of a motivational type of movie. It's about a surfer.
I'll watch that tonight. I'm a big movie guy.
Very good. Recommend it.
Okay.
And Now You See Me. Have you ever seen that? It's more about a magician. It's about magicians.
Oh yeah, is that Mark or who's in that? Is that the one where they can disappear and travel anywhere at any point?
Pretty much, yeah. And it's like the cops are chasing them. They're always like 3-4 steps ahead of the cops, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. I didn't see that one.
Okay. I recommend that one as well. Great
I'm
movie.
actually going to write that down right now. The Mavericks?
Chasing Mavericks and Now You See Me.
Chasing Mavericks and Now You See Me. Last night I watched Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. That guy was incredible. You ever hear about Bruce Lee? Obviously you've heard his name.
Yes.
The guy died at 32 years old, but what he got accomplished before he died at 32 was insane. He started essentially martial arts in the States, got brought over. His dad gave him a bunch of money to come over from, I forget where he was from, and essentially just started martial arts over in California, became a movie star, became a stuntman, or became a stuntman first, then became a movie star, and all before the age of 32. It was just incredible. So I recommend you watch that.
I'll definitely look into it.
Very motivational.
What's it called again? The Dragon?
It's called Dragon.
Dragon.
And then the Bruce Lee story.
Okay.
It was made back in like 1993. I love older movies. I don't know why. Movies these days.
I'll look into it.
Another one is Chef, Jon Favreau.
Yep, I've seen that. That's the food truck movie, correct?
That's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good one. That's a good movie.
I hate movies that have like a big budget. Because it kind of takes away from the story. The best thing that makes a movie is a good story, and you don't need $100 million for a good story. You just need a couple mil, make a good story, get some good actors, you're fine.
Yeah, totally.
pre-game road trips for the Max, what movie was on the television, or do they even have TVs on the buses anymore?
They do have TVs. During Christmas time, we watched Home Alone on the bus.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Trailer Park Boys as well. I remember there was like a Trailer Park Boys Christmas special. I wasn't really tuning into that, but I remember looking up and seeing it on the TVs.
Home Alone 1?
We watched Home Alone 1 and 2.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised, but 1's way better, I find.
I found 1 and 2 was good, but after that, I find it kind of drops off.
Wait a second, there's a third?
There's like 3 and 4, and I think there might even be a 5th.
No.
Yeah, but the 3rd and 4th and 5th are with different... The kid is a different actor.
Talk about a money grab.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the movie Sandlot?
Yes.
That's another classic.
That's a good one as well.
American classic.
Yeah.
Could be Canadian, but still. What was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah. So if you're going to Cape Breton and you're getting all the gear and stuff, like the helmet, the visor, have you practiced yet with a visor or anything like that? Or are you just starting now this summer?
I got my visor. I bought a visor last year. I didn't really use it much last year because it wasn't much use.
Yeah.
As soon as this summer started up, I clipped it right back on, and I used it right away so I can get used to it.
You like it?
I do. I find it's a lot better. Like, cages are good.
Yeah.
But I find just the vision, and I just like it a lot more.
See, I was the opposite. I didn't like them. I found they fogged up. They might have made better advancements in them, but I always found they fogged up, and I don't know. I personally didn't like it. And they always got scratched. And in Junior A, which I played most, it was hard for them to replace it. But I guess in the Q, they replace them as much as possible.
Well, the one I have, it defogs itself. So like, it doesn't really get fogged up, which is good. Like, of course, you'll get it scratched up here and there because, it might be tossing around a bit in your hockey bag.
Yeah.
Or you might take a stick to the visor or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But that's just normal.
Do you have, like, what are they called? Helmet bags? Do you have a helmet bag? Like, you put your helmet in the bag so your skates won't scratch it or anything?
I just wrap it up in a jersey, and then the visor, I wrap a towel around it. So I wrap the towel around the visor, and then I put my helmet in the jersey.
Oh, yeah. That's smart. Jesus, we're running out of questions. We talked about everything. You're a quick talker. I like it, though. You're right to the point. It's not bad. Oh, yeah, billets. Have you talked to your billets yet? Do you know who you're living with?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't been told anything along those lines who I'll be living with.
Okay.
But I was, again, I've talked to a lot of players in Cape Breton.
Yeah.
And they said the billets are top of the line. They said they really care for you. They watch your nutrition. They watch your rest, and they want you to be the best you could every day in, day out.
Yeah. So
I look forward to be doing that with my billets and meeting them and getting to know them and their family, and being a part of it.
Cool. Food wise, that's a big deal in the billets. One thing I was always nervous with was just like opening the fridge by myself. Just be like, can I go in and make a sandwich right now? So good luck with that.
Thank you.
Just open it up. Who cares? What about school? Do you know the school that you're going to out there?
I'll be attending Sydney Academy.
Is that the high school? I don't know what that.
Yes, they have 2 schools that I'm familiar with down in Cape Breton, and that's Riverview and Sydney Academy.
Okay.
The Cape Breton players that are still in high school go to Sydney Academy, so I'll be attending grade 11 there next year.
Grade 11. Wow, yes. Man, you're young. What's the university they go to up there? Do you know?
You could go to St. FX, CBU. Those are the 2 universities in Cape Breton.
Okay, cool. So let's just talk about overall in general what you're looking forward to most about playing junior. There's a lot of emotions going through you right now. You just got drafted 10th overall. I know not the exact feeling, but I know the anxiousness. You're excited to get to camp, get going, play in front of bigger crowds. What's like the one thing that you are just looking forward to most about playing this caliber of hockey? Just
being able to make the jump.
Yeah.
Like, knowing that you're going up in the levels, you're going to be a better player. That's a big thing. I'm super excited to be with a part of this team.
Yeah.
The Screaming Eagles is a great organization, and I can't wait to, play in front of thousands of fans, get treated very, very professionally. It all is a big factor towards your experience.
Yeah. Do you have like an agent or anything like that?
I do, yes.
Do you?
Brian Nubay of OLP Sports.
Oh, okay, cool. So you must have came into play recently, or were you with him last year too?
I got with him at the beginning of the MAC season.
Cool.
He also represents another big name, Drake Batherson.
Oh.
So I got to know him over, I got his contact on my phone. So
there you go.
He texts me, how are things going, which is good. Like, he's a very, very nice guy.
Yeah. Where's Drake training at?
Pro Edge as well.
Dude, tell him to come on here. We got to get him. I need him on here. All I hear is good things about this guy, that he's a stud. So we got to get him on.
Yeah, he's a great guy, great hockey player. I can definitely send him a message and just say, hey, the high button's looking.
Yeah, the high button's looking for him hard.
Yeah.
Liam O'Brien was saying that he's a great player too. So
he is.
We'll get him on here for sure. So I pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk to you about. We're running up on 40 minutes here. Essentially, yeah, like what I'd love to do, like when you come back to Halifax this year, I don't know if you've seen like our street interviews, like I'll run up on people and like ask questions. So like when you come and do like when you come and play against Halifax, I'd love to come and like interview you at the Metro Center, like pregame or something, and just see like how your junior career is going so far.
That would be perfect.
That'd be awesome.
I'd love to do that.
I don't know if I can get ringside access, but I'll come before and I'll talk to you like in the stands or something.
That'd be cool.
That'll be sick.
I'd like that.
Because it's like I have so many questions about like your billet, what you're looking forward to most, but like once you actually go through all this stuff the first couple months, you'll have an answer for me, what you like about it, and it'll be good.
Yeah, I'll be able to give you the feedback, and I know for sure it'll all be positive.
Sounds good, man. All right, well, everyone listening, thank you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you could go to our social media pages like our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good stuff, I appreciate it. Alex, once again, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you again for having me.
Love it. All right, we're out. Love you guys.